Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel MySpeedHub. Yesterday I have posted a video called Project Management. I have mentioned about all the 5 phases in project management, which is the project initiation, project planning, project execution, project monitoring and controlling, and lastly the project closing. And today I have chosen the first phase 1 project initiation as a topic. So that I can go in depth on this topic, and this will be beneficial to you as well as to everyone. If you have not subscribed to our channel yet, please do subscribe to MySpeedHub YouTube channel and cascade this video to as many people as you can to your network so that this information will be useful to them. As you know, project management are being used in many industries like manufacturing industry, IT, banking, and etc. Right? So because they have seen the beauty of project management, how the way that they have conducted all the activities, the tasks, their internal projects, from traditional way into more organized way with this methodology project management. I have obtained a PMP certification, Project Management Professional Certificate from PMI Institute, as well as Prince 2 practitioner and also foundation certification. And also lately, I have also obtained the Agile Project Management. So later, I will come up with video on Agile Project Management. It is also suitable for all kind of project that requires short period of time and shippable products, so that I will come out with another separate videos. But for today, I would like to go in depth about this phase 1 project initiation. So let's get started with this topic. Phase 1 of the project management is called as the project initiation phase. So it is actually a beginning of a project. It contains creation of a business case. A business case is basically the justification that we provide on why we need this project to start. All right. So apart from that, conducting feasibility study. What is feasibility study? It is actually an analysis of a proposed project to determine whether it is feasible and should go ahead with this project or not. So feasibility study basically consists of cost benefit analysis from the economy feasibility perspective, and the feasibility studies should also look into the technical, operational, and schedule perspective. All right. So major steps in the pre-feasibility studies, basically rapid analysis of the demand, identifying alternative technical schemes, estimating implementation and the operation costs, and also quantify the benefits, compare costs and benefits, and draw next stage of development. So feasibility contain a detailed analysis in order to provide the right justification in order for you to start with a certain project. Establishing project charter, it is also served as an official approval in order for you to carry out a certain project. Later, I'll go in depth about the project charter. Also in this phase, you have to identify and register all the stakeholders. Identifying stakeholders, whether they are involved directly or indirectly to your project. And once you have identified, you need to register all the stakeholders in a stakeholder register. And not only registering the stakeholders, but you also have to analyze each and every stakeholders in order for you to meet the requirement. And also analyzing the high level risk. In the initiation phase, you probably will have a, the potential risk, high level risk, how it's going to impact this project. So you can actually list that down. And once you are clear with this information, you can start forming the project team. So that's all about the project initiation phase. As I mentioned earlier, what is business case? Business case basically offer a reason to implement a project. All right. It has to be a point of reference before, during, and after the project. And also it becomes a guide to refer throughout the project. It allows you to evaluate the results of the project after its completion. And why do we need the business case? It is often provides a decision makers, stakeholders, and the public with a management tool for evidence and transparent decision making. So, what do we have in the business case? Business case consists of justification why a certain project should be started, background of the project, expected cost of the project, and potential risk, constraint, or assumptions. So when we have this information in place, so your stakeholder will be able to have a clear information or direction where the project will be heading to. You already know what is business case. Now the next thing for you to understand is how to write a business case. Business case contain a summarized version of the important contents or justification why a certain project should carry out, and also make sure that you make it very clear, concise, and straight to the point. Describe your vision of the future, and also demonstrate the value, the return of investment, and benefits that the project will bring to the business. Identify the opportunities and project stages. If you know the opportunities from this project, you identify it, you state down clearly, and also you need to identify what are the project stages that will be involved for this particular project. So now that's all about a business case. Hope that is clear for you. Apart from the business case, there is another important document which is called as project charter that is required in order for you to start with the project. Basically, the project charter authorizes the project, meaning it provides the official approval to all your project team members to carry out with the activities. It is also served as a baseline throughout the project, meaning to say whatever contains in the project charter serve as a baseline uh, throughout the project. Meaning to say, for example, if you have defined a budget in the project charter, um, that could be a baseline for you to carry out with the rest of the activities throughout the projects and ensure that this is within the budget that has been set in the project charter. Or another example is the scope. Whatever that in scope and out scope, you will define that clearly in the project charter. So throughout the project, if you actually, forget about or you want to ensure that you are aligned with the scope of the project, you can refer back to the project charter to ensure that you don't go or implement something that is not within the scope of the project. All right, so that is why it is called as a baseline throughout the project. And also project charter act as a contract holding all participants accountable for their roles and responsibility. Remember when I say project charter serve as a formal approval in order for us to carry out the project. So it automatically, holding all project members to commit to their roles and responsibility that has been defined for any project. Yeah, so that is all about project charter. Hope this is clear. The tips to write a project charter is basically you have to indicate why the project was proposed, what are the user pain points or problems that this project will resolve, and what the impact it will have to the overall organization, and what you are planning to accomplish with this project, how it fits with larger organization goals, what needs to happen, meaning to say what is in scope, what is in out of scope of your project. You have to indicate clearly, and also how the work should be performed, what are the tools that will be used, what are the methodology that will be used. So you clearly indicate that in the project charter. Of course, the basic fundamental information that consists in the project charter is the name of the project, name of the project manager, and etc. You can look for the project charter sample or templates in the Google. Yeah, so hope this will be very helpful for you. You will notice that a lot of barriers that you will face during all the phases of the project management. So there are three barriers that I feel that you will encounter during the initiation phase. The first one would be the poor leadership skills. You can, encounter the lack of leadership skill from your higher management team to make a certain decision, or maybe to approve the budget, for example. Because of these poor leadership skills, maybe the decision making could be delayed, and where it could actually delay the next steps for the project. Apart from that, lack of resources, you may find that you are lack of resources with a certain skills that is mandatory for that particular project, and which you have to tackle at a later point. And also no stakeholder support. Maybe some stakeholder might feel that this project is not really required, beneficial, much for the organization. So this is where you have to, center your point, justify with some figures, numbers, facts, so that the justification can actually provide the bigger picture or the value or the benefits that the user or the organization will get, so that you can gain the stakeholder support. Yeah. How to start well the initiation phase? First of all, you need to be clear on the project objective, right? So when you are clear about project objective, you will know what exactly has to happen, for all the phases of your project. And define the scope. Remember, when I keep mention, you have to identify what is in scope of that particular project, or what should be out of scope. So you have to clearly indicate that in the project charter and communicate to all your stakeholder, because you set the project expectation clearly to everyone, and make sure that you invite the right stakeholders, so that you will get the support of the stakeholders in each phases of your project. And also choose the right tools. For example, maybe you want to use certain tools for the development, or maybe you want to use a certain resource planning tool or project management tool that you want to track all the activities of the project. So you choose the right tools. So all this can be set during the initiation phase. Thank you very much for watching this video. I really hope our information on this 369 manifestation helps you in some way in getting your manifestation to work. And please subscribe to our channel, My Speed Hub. If you want to purchase any of our courses, please visit to our online learning platform, myspeedhub.com. Thank you very much. See you again in my next video. Bye for now.